worrying about what other people think about you and be sure that you think correctly about yourself.
What's good, YouTube? Back with another video. Okay, so in this video, they finished the back. They did the saw cut. So we're gonna go back there and look. And at the same time, I got damn, this wire heavy. I got a lot of this stuff that I need, like as far as electrical and everything. The only thing I got left to do is research looking for some 10-2. That's the most expensive wire because it's the most heavy duty, and it's gotta go from the back shop to the house, or from the house to the back shop. So this is that 10-2. It's some heavy duty wire. Dude was trying to charge me 200 for 250 feet, but I don't need 250 feet, and then I'll be use like 100 feet of that, or like probably like 100 feet of that, because from the shop to the box in here is like 60 feet, so I probably only need like 100 feet. What am I gonna do with the other 150 feet? Like, I might just be sitting on it, so I don't need that much. So if I don't know how much it's gonna be at like Lowe's. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be more if I need 150 feet. But I'm gonna do my research and I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna show y'all, before we go back there, I'm gonna show y'all what I got as far as what I'm putting in there. And I got everything but the 10-2. I need some 14-2, which we're gonna use extension cords. We're gonna use extension cords and cut off the ends for the 14. I think it's 14-2 for the outlets for the lights. So we're just gonna get some stuff we ain't gotta really cover up. It's already covered up with the 3 wires inside, so it just don't make no sense again and getting the thick electrical wire when we'll be able to hide the electrical cords better. So let me cut this around and I'll show y'all what I got. Okay, so let me show y'all what we got. Never mind the mess. All of this shit goes into the shop back there. So when I get done with this garage, when I get done getting everything up out of here, everything will be up out of here. So it won't be nothing in this garage. Everything here goes in the back shop when it gets put up. Okay, so let's start off with this. So we got the two 250 foot rows of 12-2, which these are gonna go from the box. Two leads are gonna go from the box all the way out there to the shop, and then we go get a 10-2 to go from this box out there to the shop. So the breakers go be here. I might put a sub breaker box in there, or we might just do a gang box, or whatever they call it. It's a conduit junction box. So I'll be controlling the breakers from here, but we running enough to go out there to where I can run anything and it won't trip no breakers or nothing, because then I'll have to come over here. I was thinking about running from here and putting a little box in there, but oh no, me and Adam will figure it out once we get there. So I got these boxes, which holds the outlets, and then which holds the light switches. I'm keeping it the same as all the light switches that I put in the house, the smooth ones like this. So they'll also hold these. So I got enough to do all of the light switch, all of the outlets, because I want outlets all the way around the building, all the way around. So I'm gonna need a lot. So I think I got like 20 of them. So I got like 20 of them, 20 of the cover, 20 of the boxes, and then I got 12 of the light switches, 12 of the boxes, And then I got, of course, I got the covers. And then I got two. Well, actually, I didn't know how many I needed. He said get two 20 amps. So I got a 220 amp there breaker. I got a single 20s, which we probably won't use that. And then I got a single 30. But I got two. So basically, I got 5 of the 20s and then 1 of the 30s, which I only needed 2 of the 20s and 1 of the 30s, but we'll figure it out just in case if we need any more. I got them here, so I ain't worried about none of that. So of course we got all the outlets. We got the 12-2. I still need to get 10-2 and then 14-2 on wire. So with that being said, I think we got everything to run. And I also ordered some outside motion sensor lights, dusk to dawn, for the back. So I'm putting. Let me just take y'all in the back and we'll just I'll let y'all visualize it. Okay, so we out here in the back. As you can see, they did the grade. I don't know if y'all knew what it looked like. If you go back to my other video, or I might put a clip up here, you would have seen that it wasn't graded. All of this stuff was like piled up. So they graded all the way around. I even graded up in that area too. We'll walk over there in a minute. And then they graded along the fence and then along the back fence. So it's all leveled out. All I gotta do is figure out how much sod I'm gonna need. And then shit, we can go from there as far as getting this grass back up and then getting this treated or whatever to get my grass to grow back until I figure out what I'm gonna do with it. But okay, so the building is gonna be back then. Oh, they also did the saw cuts, as you can see. So they did all the saw cuts. I wasted my time sweeping yesterday because now I'm gonna have to sweep the stuff again. So another workout. But they did all the saw cuts, and I'm gonna sweep all this up here in a minute, and then we'll go back to video recording. But as you can see, they did all the grading, which that's when they do the driveway. The driveway is gonna go. Let's see. So the driveway, you can see it's all lumpy, but that's the way the driveway is gonna go. So it's gonna be an apron out, and then it's gonna come this way. It's gonna come in here, and then pretty much wrap around down to the shop. So with that being said, they done did all the grading here, smooth it all out, and they did the same thing here. So they did what they supposed to do. I'm happy with it. And of course, they did all of this around here. So I'm gonna just have to put some sod all the way around there. I'm gonna put it all down there, but I'm gonna gotta get probably like a little push lawnmower or something. Gonna be dusty, and cut all that down, and then put sod all the way around the building. So as you can see, they kept the slope here, which goes down because you want to keep it because it's actually sitting on top of the hill, the dirt that they kind of formed up when they leveled all this out. So I get it. I can dig it. And I gotta dig this out. Right here. Hopefully they put an end on there so that way it ain't all filled up. If not, I'll just blow it out once I dig it out. But pretty much where we need to be, I guess. But like I was saying with the motion sensor lights, I'm gonna put, so the building's gonna be here. I'm gonna put a light on each corner. So I'm gonna put a light here, probably a light facing out that way, this way. But the motion sensor gonna be out this way. It's gonna be one in the middle, motion sensor out towards the middle, and then one on the corner, motion sensor facing this way. So in case somebody come this way or kind of sneak over this way and come to the middle, it'll come on. And then if somebody come this way or any way over this way, it'll come on. And then I'm gonna put one towards the back, and I'm gonna just put it in the corner back there and just face it towards here. So that way, if it motion senses anything, it'll light up that way. But I got it figured out. It's hot out here. I got it figured out for the most part, but yeah, a big part of the project done, which is the concrete. So that was one of the main things to be done. The concrete. This is what costs. I guess this is what, like, out of everything that I budgeted, I really wasn't. I ain't gonna really say I was necessarily on a budget. I just wanted to get it done. So of course, I was looking for the cheaper price, but with the concrete, it really ain't no cheaper price unless, as far as the concrete, it ain't no cheaper price. On the labor, yeah, but also you want to make sure that when you're doing this, the person is whoever is doing it. I mean, they can have skills, but you also want them to be licensed and insured, so that way they know if something go wrong, they gonna be reliable for it. If you get somebody to do this and they're not licensed and insured, and something happen, they can't. I mean, how you gonna justify that? So they'll just be like, oh, it'll just be whatever, because they ain't licensed and insured, and they wasn't licensed and insured, so it'll kind of be hard to justify something getting fucked up or getting messed up, and then you wanting to get your money back or trying to sue a person or whatever. It's just better for you to just get somebody that's licensed and insured. And Jeff did exactly the thing I like about Jeff. Old school Caucasian guy. Old school. Jeff probably about 60, 70, and still get around like a young man. So one thing I can say about Jeff, throughout this whole process, I have not had no problems with Jeff. Like, Jeff came out with the first, like, he told me how it was gonna work. He told me how I was gonna do it. He did it exactly the way he said he was gonna do it. When he said he was gonna be out here, it was a couple days he was running late, which I didn't care. Everybody tend to run late every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But as long as you a man of your word, I don't have no problem spending money with you. So he charged me $13,500 to do this. That was concrete included. So that was the grading, the footers, and the first slab was the most tedious slab because it has got the footers in it. So of course you have to dig 12 feet down. You have to put 12 footers in there all the way around, and then it took a lot of concrete. So the concrete that he estimated on how much it would take, it was actually a 2.5 yards less, which he said he wanted to keep me at the price that he charged me. So of course I was gonna have to, foot the little 2.5 yards that we had to do, which was like another $500. So he originally charged me $13,000, and then I had to pay the little extra for the 2.5 yards of concrete. So that was like another $530, which wasn't no problem. So altogether, I spent $13,500 on both slabs, 50 by 24. And when I tell y'all these things is huge, like this pad is huge. This is probably like the size of almost like 90% of a skating ring. 90% of a skating ring. So if I would say if it was maybe all the way over to the fence, you would have a full skating rink. So this thing is huge. So this was the most detrimental part of the whole situation. It's easy to buy the building. It's easy to fabricate the building how you want it, but what the building goes on is tedious. And of course, I got the permits, I got all the inspections, so everything is done right. Can't nobody come and say, oh, you didn't do this right, Everything's been inspected, everything is on paper, everything is on permit. So it's nothing nobody can say to me about this because it's all done right. So the next thing is just a waiting process now. Like, I got the most heavy part over with, and this part right here is what costs the most. The building is right under 13,000, but it's about, you might as well say, with like taxes and stuff, it's probably like another 12,000, because the building altogether was like 12,000 something. That is not including the electrical. So we got like a cool like 20 something in this thing now. By the time I get done, it'll be a pretty penny in here. I might do a breakdown, I might not, of some exact prices, but yeah, you just gotta prioritize stuff right. I was happy to get my fence up before I even started this. I didn't want everybody looking to see what I was doing, or I wonder what he doing, and see trucks and stuff back here. So we behind privacy fence now, so they only wondering, seeing concrete trucks and stuff come back here. But once that building is put up, you're gonna be able to see it. You're gonna be able to see it from the street. So it ain't gonna be no hiding what I'm doing then. So, but all in all, back to Jeff. Jeff did exactly what he said he was gonna do. Every day he said he was gonna come out, he came out. It wasn't no days where he said, I'm not feeling it. I'll catch you on the next day. Every time Jeff said he was coming out here, he came out here, and he did exactly what he said he was gonna do until the end. And the more crazy thing about it is, Jeff didn't charge me no money up front. They prepped and dug up like dirt and did the footers, set up everything. I didn't start paying him until the concrete trucks came, and that was for the concrete. I didn't even pay him until I paid him $1,500 after he was done with the first slab. No, actually, I paid him $1,500 when he got done with the first slab and started on the second one. And then of course I paid for the concrete, so he had the concrete included. So it was a pretty good experience with Jeff. Like, that's why I ain't even go hassle him on the driveway, negotiate with him, nothing. He told me he'd do the driveway for $6K. $6K is what it is. I ain't gonna negotiate with him or nothing, because he did all this, and dude did a good job. So I'm happy with it. It's all level, everything. So he did exactly what he was gonna do. Other people trying to charge me $19,500, $16,500. Jeff was at $13,000. So I went with Jeff, and Jeff wasn't even the cheapest price. It was one cat that was gonna do it for $12,000. I think it was like $12,600. And you when you doing stuff like this, you kind of want to go cheap, but you want it done right. And you think everybody is about the equal to, like, as far as doing work, because you got specs that you have to follow in order to get the inspection. So everybody knew what they had to. Everybody that I talked to, they knew what they had to do as far as meeting inspections and all of that. So of course they could do the job, or they wouldn't have took it. So the dude that was charging me $12,600, he didn't show up. I went with Jeff. So that was just a God-given little switch-up situation. So buddy lost out. Then the next day he hit me up. You still want me to come? You still want me to come? Some stuff came up, and this and that and this and that. I don't care about none of the excuses. You just showed me I couldn't fuck with you. Cause then if you did that day, like, who trying to miss out on $13,500? Don't call nobody. Don't tell nobody. Oh, this happened. Don't call nobody and tell nobody nothing. So obviously you didn't need the money. But then afterwards you blowing my phone up asking, can you still come? Nah, we good now. I already got somebody. But all in all, man, we right where we need to be. I ain't got no scheduled time, but man, I've been just moving as the pace allow me to. So now we waiting on the building, and hey, I'm gonna get a confirmation. I should get a confirmation Monday to see exactly how long the building is gonna take, and then we can go from there. The day they bring the building out, man, I'm taking off work. I need to get this footage. I want to get this footage on time lapse. I want to get this footage in person. So I'm gonna try my best to be out here as they putting it up, because it's gonna be that's gonna be nice. That's gonna be some good footage to actually see them building my dream shop in the backyard, in the back of my house. I'm out, y'all. Man, come on, man. What I tell y'all? They came and did the saw cuts. And you see my extension cord. Man, what I tell y'all, man? Let me turn the camera around. I ain't fooling with y'all, man. Look at that, man. Look at that. I ain't fooling with y'all. Man, I get a gas powered one later. But yeah, man, I ain't fooling around. Let's see how this go. Look at that. Man, look at that. Gotta make some shit shake around this motherfucker. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, man. Come on, bro. This is what I needed. This is what I needed. Man, look at the other attachment for it. Lord. Let's get back to work. Man, look at how this thing done transformed. Y'all seeing this? Dang, hold on. Looking good. Man, that blower 10 times better than the broom. Yes, sir.